Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Joe, episode 2 of my rock and roll history as I remember it, my remembrances of the early years of rock and roll. This year is 1955. It's year 2 for me. I was 7 years old, and I remember very well a lot of the popular music that was in the culture back then. And here's some things that were happening in our country at that time. James Dean was one of the more famous actors. He was making his, well, he only really made 3 big movies, but 55 was a big year for him. Coca-Cola in cans, first year 1955, Coke in cans. The first McDonald's was established in 1955, and also the Mickey Mouse Club was premiered on television in 1955, and I used to watch it. So here's to the songs now. The number one, my number one for the year, this is in no particular order, it's not my most famous, my most well-liked song or anything, but just the 5 that I remember being very famous from the time. Was number 1 was the Ballad of Davy Crockett. It was from a Walt Disney series, and it was sung by the actor who played Davy Crockett. His name was Fess Parker, and I don't think he was really known for being a singer particularly, but he had a very, a hit record, a very popular song out of it. That was number 1.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee, greenest state in the land of the free. Raised in the woods so he knew every tree. Killed him a bar when he was only 3. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
The second one from that year was a very famous singer by the name of Tennessee Ernie Ford. He was a big guy, he had a very deep voice, and he was real popular. He was, I guess you'd say kind of a superstar of that era. He had his own television show. And the song that I liked by him, I thought was kind of a cool song, was called 16 Tons.
Mind that's weak and a back that's strong, you load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Number 3 for me from that year was Dean Martin. Very popular still after the breakup of Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin from the comedy team that made the movies. Of course, he had a very famous and was a career as a singer, and was very well respected, and had a great voice. And so even kids liked him. We thought Dino was a pretty cool guy. And he had a famous song that year called Memories Are Made of This. Very pretty song.
One girl, one boy, some grief, some joy. Memories are made of this.
Number 4 from 1955 was a song called, was by the Platters, a song called Only You. Again, this is a little bit of a holdover from the doo-wop era, but it was they were very famous, had many hits, and this was a very popular song, and I liked it.
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you can make.
And number 5 for 1955, I think, is the most interesting song, most notable one for me. It was by a Cuban band leader by the name of Perez Prado. And he had a big orchestra, he had quite a few hits. And, to my mind, my memory, the way I recall it, he was kind of the first, this was kind of the first Latin flavored music, rhythmically, that I remember hearing. And he had a lot of hits, was kind of, the way I remember it was he seemed like at that era, that period, was kind of responsible for introducing Latin rhythms to Middle America from the way I remember it. Now, might be wrong about that, but at any rate, that was a cool song. It was called Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White by Perez Prado, 1955. All right, folks, thanks for joining me. I hope you heard some songs that brought back some memories for you, some that you remembered, some that were familiar, maybe some that you haven't heard before you'll want to look up and listen to. And at any rate, episode 3 coming up will be 1956. It's a big year for popular music because of the popularity of Elvis. He had several million selling songs that year, and he became a superstar. 56 was the year of Elvis. So join me for that. Hope you're enjoying these, and see you next time.